I am very fond of rock and roll and heavy metal music, so I naturally have noticed that the majority of rock and metal bands have only one vocalist. I do not like that very much. Now, there have been some great vocalists without question. Actually, most bands have fairly good vocalists. It's very rare for a band to have a poor vocalist, at least from my experience, for which I'm thankful. But even so, it just doesn't sound, the music sounds too flat and empty. It doesn't sound full, like most of those bands have more than one instrument. They typically they'll have guitar, bass, and drums, and on occasion they may have a second guitar, keyboard, or even something else. So that helps create a fuller, bigger sound. There's harmonies and melodies and whatnot. So why is it that most bands have only one vocalist? Because if you had multiple vocalists, you could have you could just imagine how much fuller your sound would be, like the Beatles, Queen, and Kiss all had multiple vocalists. Every member of the band shared vocal duties. That was wonderful. That really helped to give new depth, new vitality, and variety to their music. And well, I am not really a big fan of Linkin Park, but I have to admit the way that Chester Bennington and Mike Shinoda traded lead vocals was pretty good. Actually, it was not too bad. Not my style of music, but that was quite a good thing they had going with the dual vocalists like that. So, if I ever were to be in a band, I absolutely would insist. I wouldn't force the other members, but I would strongly encourage every member of the band to share vocal duties. And as a side note, of course, obviously there are plenty of rock and metal bands with female members or female vocalists, but obviously men still radically outnumber women in rock and metal. Any band in which I would make an effort to ensure there was always a female vocalist to share duties with the male vocalist, just for extra variety, to have that nice contrast, having a male voice and a female voice playing against each other yet together at the same time is really quite something, So, yes, I'm sorry, but what does everyone else say about this? Why is it that so few rock and metal bands have only one vocalist? Please share your insight with me on this.